is as important, if not more important than capital. Why? You will likely deploy the capital in order to start the business. But why will you deploy your capital, your hard-earned money? Why will you take money from people, borrow, take loans, raise money from people, deploy it to start a business, and you are not looking after that investment? Nobody is saying you should look after it in perpetuity, but you need to be around at least for some time to understand the dynamics of this. If you're still not getting what I'm saying, this is like giving birth to a baby and abandoning that baby before finding out how does this baby cry. Is the baby more demanding at night than during the day? Does the baby prefer this type of milk over this other type of milk? What kind of diapers does this baby like? Does this baby like to be stroked on the arm? How do you soothe this baby when the baby is crying? You don't know anything about it. You just take and hand it over to a nanny, a manager, and say, manage this baby. That's what you're doing when you hand over a new business to a manager without being around to build the DNA of that business before you hand it over. But like I said, if you're experienced, you can afford to build a business, hand it over, and you know reasonably what to expect because you have the benefits of experience. So why I'm saying this is, if you are somebody who has a job, you love your career, you want to continue with your career, but you need to start a business, right? Time is going to be a problem, a consideration you need to look at. You are out of the country, but you want to start something in your home country. Time is going to be a consideration. So what do you do if you fall into any of these categories? I'll give you a couple of tips, right? The first one is this. There's something I know about humans. If we want something so bad, we make time happen, right? Whether you create the time after work hours, whether you create the time over the weekend, whether you create the time during your lunch break, whether you create the time virtually while you're working physically, you have to find the time to get involved some way, somehow. That's my first tip. My second tip relates to people who, for some reason, it's impossible to create that time. They are busy during the day as they are during the night. They have a very demanding job. They are also busy during the holidays, during the weekends. They cannot find any time. The tip I'm going to propose to you is to find a partner. Find somebody who buys into the vision of what you're trying to build. Now, what do I mean by a partner? A partner is somebody who is invested. Somebody cannot just come and say he's a partner. You didn't contribute anything. You're just coming to, no, you have to give something. You may be contributing your time. You may contribute some capital. You may have been involved in the planning, but this person gets it. Some of the partnership models I've seen that work are, I have a steady job, I'm working. Because I don't have the time, I provide the capital. But the two of us know what we're trying to build. We understand the vision, we share in the vision, we're aligned to the vision. So I supply the capital. My partner has quit his job and is fully focused on the business. He's supplying the time. That can work. And then at some point, because there's a level of trust that is established such that the guy who is on the ground running the business can be feeding you information and then you can live off it. Is it possible to hire a manager and get that level of connection? I'm not entirely sure, because the motivation, compensation for an employee is different from a risk taker. An employee gets paid with a salary. Whether, at the end of the month, you pay the salary. Whether this business is working or not working, really, you owe me money. But a partner is different. A partner will make money from profits. A partner is not really earning, even if you pay the person a salary, that's not the big pay. That's not the main compensation. That's not the main cost. The main cost is what they will make from profits. So even if you are paying your partner, it shouldn't be something that if the business fails, they will be totally happy. No, they have to lose something if the business fails. That's how I know who a partner is.